Those shots of the moon, I'm going to take you to a shot of the sun. And the best chance of seeing any of that today is in the north of Scotland. This is where our weather watcher was this morning. We started the day in northern Scotland, in some places below -7°C, the coldest night of the autumn so far.
Good afternoon. It has been a rather grey and dull day so far. Quite wet for some too. Carpet of red leaves you can see here in Surbiton.
Hello, good evening. It has been pretty soggy so far, but there are changes on the way. Brighter skies emerge for tomorrow after a bit of a chilly night. Sadly, though, it doesn't last because for tomorrow night, further rain heads our way and we will see outbreaks of rain and some windy conditions as we push into the weekend. So as we push into tomorrow night and to Saturday morning, it is going to be a wet picture. The winds pick up as well. The rain may well clear through, perhaps around the middle part of the afternoon, say, but we have still got that squeeze in the isobar, so we can expect quite a windy day on Sunday with a mixture of some sunshine but also some blustery showers. Still some showers on Monday, perhaps quieter by Tuesday. Take care.
Well, isn't this glorious? If only we could all have been in the Highlands earlier on today. So the best of today's sunshine was certainly across northern Scotland. By contrast, really very miserable across southern England and Wales. Now, this is Storm Frederico, named by the French Weather Service, just clearing off into the near continent here. Another weakening weather front gradually pushing across Northern Ireland and into western Scotland as we head through the rest of this evening. But of course, this is the weekend's weather approaching from the southwest by the end of the day, because we'll be back to business as usual as we go through the weekend. It's going to be very mild, it'll be windy, and yes, there's a lot more rain to come in the forecast, and that's all courtesy of, again, this deep area of low pressure just swinging in from the southwest, gradually pushing further northwards and eastwards, bringing spells of rain just about everywhere as we go through Saturday morning. Hello, thank you, Alice. It was quite a miserable day today, wasn't it, across this beautiful city of ours? Really quite wet, plenty of rain from Storm Frederico that was named by the French Weather Service. Also quite windy and really quite chilly. And if you've got plans for the weekend, then you want to bear in mind it's going to be more of the same, with one big difference, and that is that it's going to feel curiously mild again for this time of year, but it will still be wet and it will still be windy. A day in between, of course. That's a nice break from the wet weather.
Hello. Some of us did get to see a bit of sunshine today. The best of that was in the north of Scotland. Further south, the weather was dominated by a storm that pushed across France. This storm was named Storm Frederico by the French Weather Service. It brought strong winds and heavy rain for France, but it only really dealt us a glancing blow, swinging away southeastwards now.
Well, actually, there's been some talk about snow as we head into this weekend, and I'm not sure that it's going to happen, actually. If it does happen, well, blink and you'll miss it. But we're actually going into a pretty mild weekend and a fairly strong powered jet stream, which is going to feed in more low pressure. In fact, let's take a look at the sequence for this coming weekend. And as I say, that jet stream quite strong at the moment and is going to feed in this area of low pressure. That's going to be with us through the daytime on Saturday, and it's going to provide strong winds and also further outbreaks of rain. There's a possibility that on the leading edge of the rain, it could be a little wintry, but it will be turning back to rain very quickly indeed. Let's talk more about the rain, actually, because the Met Office earlier today decided to issue a yellow warning for the rain, and that is affecting southern parts of Wales and much of the southwest of England. We're talking about 10 to 20 millimetres quite widely, but up over the tops of the hills, maybe 30 to 50 in places. Remember, the ground is quite heavily saturated because of all the rain that we had throughout this month so far, so there could well be some local impacts.